What's up, friends? If you're in the mood for cheesecake, this is gonna be a good one. We're doing a cookie butter cheesecake with vanilla wafer crust and a graham cracker frosting. You're gonna see that this recipe is actually done in two segments. So the first segment is making the cheesecake itself, and then after you bake it, you're gonna wanna put it in the fridge and let it chill. That typically does well overnight, 8 to 12 hours. And then the second segment is making the frosting and frosting the cake itself. Now for the vanilla wafer crust, we're just gonna take some vanilla wafers as well as some butter and blend those together till it represents kind of like a wet sand. So if you need to add a little bit more butter to get it to do that, that is totally okay. And then you're gonna put it at the bottom of your pan and kind of smash it together. So it did take me a minute to do this here just because my cookies were a little bit dry. They probably could have used a little bit more butter. But again, I was able to get it done with no problem. And then we put that in the fridge to chill while we work on our actual cheesecake mix. So the cheesecake itself is going to be our cream cheese, some sugar, a little bit of flour, 2 eggs, some vanilla, and then our cookie butter. Now, I like to mix the cream cheese, sugar, and flour first, get that all really nice and well mixed in. Make sure that cream cheese is softened when you start this process, otherwise it takes a little bit longer for everything to mix in. And then go in with our eggs and our vanilla before putting in our cookie butter. So this is actually homemade cookie butter, and if you head over to our shorts or to our Instagram channel, I do show you how we make that from scratch at home. Just say if you wanted to do your own version and not have to go to the store to buy it. So make sure all of that is really well mixed together, and then add it to your tin on top of that vanilla wafer crust, and then that is going to bake at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes. Again, once it comes out of the oven, you're gonna wanna put it on the counter to cool, and then once it reaches just about room temp, or so that you can handle it, you can put it in the fridge 8 to 12 hours overnight so it can get nice and soft, and you can keep it in the cheesecake mold when you do that as well. This is my favorite part. It's like I'm using Mjolnir to smash these graham crackers. This is where we go in for our homemade graham cracker whipped cream. That's going to be graham crackers, heavy cream, and powdered sugar. I prefer to put mine in a blender bottle. I think that it works a lot faster, and I get a really nice thick whipped cream when I do it this way. So you can just add all the contents to a blender bottle, mix it on up, and then you'll get a nice, beautiful whipped cream. Then we can take our cheesecake out of the mold, top it with that whipped cream. As we've seen from my carrot cake video, I'm not the best decorator, so after I made these dollops, I actually just went in and decided to frost it, like fully frost the top of it, and it still came out really good. If you try this recipe, be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. That's so good. It almost tastes like pumpkin pie, but it's not pumpkin pie, it's cookie butter. On the list. No one's getting any, just me.